It's Madden NFL 24, and we've got C.J. Stroud. You can't ask for much more than his last game, a 5-touchdown effort. It's the Texans and the Rams, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
The Santa Ana wind so prevalent this time of year, they rolled through and they left us with bright, clear skies here in Los Angeles, California. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 86 yards.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a change-up.
So the completion gets them just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is a nice job of just taking what the defense is going to give you on 3rd down. You're not looking for a big play downfield. You just want to find something that can get you past the marker. They found it, and were able to keep the drive moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Smith. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Back to throw, Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. No, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Throwing is Smith. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And we get a glance at their leader in the huddle, the veteran in his 9th season now in the league.
Brandon, I don't know about you, but when I heard he threw 5 touchdown passes last week, I thought, well, he's going to be the AFC Offensive Player of the Week. I didn't need to hear any other stats, and it turned out to be right.
That's exactly right. It seemed like every time we turned around, he was throwing one in the end zone. But he doubled down. He said, I see 5 more in this game. Challenge accepted.
Challenge.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Dancing to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 105 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
23 yards the pickup there. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Stroud. He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Now Stroud.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Stroud will look to throw once more.
And he fires one, but incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, this defense for the Texans, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
On 1st down, Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Smith.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
To throw is Smith. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Here's Stroud.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, run in the corner, and usually he's able to use his body and catch the football, but a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
And he'll get nothing out of that one. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. They run the counter. Gary, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now Smith. And his throw here's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Smith. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Texans to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. That's caught by Ware. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
You talk about this Rams defense.
They come into this one 9th in the NFL against the run.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out
They get to Stroud, nowhere to go, and he goes down.
They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
One of the league's best linebackers, he ended that play almost before it began, and the running back absolutely overmatched no matter what he tried to do.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Stroud to throw it.
And that is incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37.
The Smith's throw pulled in by Roberts here.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. Now it's Smith. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 4.
Smith. It's caught by Roberts. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Nothing after one on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing again is Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up the...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Will Anderson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 17. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will tie us at 3-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Smith. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And his kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Stroud off the play fake. He's got a full head of steam.
And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. 23 yards on the play.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Rams are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
So here are the Rams to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Gary. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
From the gun, here's Smith. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, Gary. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. On 1st down, it's Smith. And he's got it. Got his man on the end round. Complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
Touchdown! A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are able to widen their advantage.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Stroud now on 1st and 10. It's caught. Mitchell. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And it's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And Stroud now to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hampton. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. That is caught, and he is going to have a Texans 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. Stroud. Over the middle, complete. It's Mitchell. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that goes to the goal line. If you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. C.J. Stroud ready to lead the Texans on their next drive.
And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does.
Second down and 3. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. That is caught by Dell.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Stroud now on second down. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Texans first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Stroud looking to throw.
And he fires one incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there.
With his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans have got it back to within a score.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Extra point forthcoming. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
But, Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now Smith. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
2nd and 6.
Up the middle they go. Gary. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On 1st down, Smith. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Back to throw, Smith. And it'll be intercepted.
And the Texans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
To return is Roberts. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And a close game like this, Charles, those interceptions like they had on the last drive could be costly. But here they've got another opportunity to seize control of this game.
And they'd better take advantage of it because otherwise, if they end up losing by 1 score, they'll relive this over and over and over until they have another opportunity to wipe it away.
Now is 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Smith. Going for a right side here, complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Smith on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Will Anderson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. To throw is Smith.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Smith.
And this one is incomplete. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown in this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That good for 19 and a first down. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Taking a shot for Dell here.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession.
And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and 1.
On third down, Gary, 54 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. On first down, Gary. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter of play. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. On second down now, Gary. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The offense on third down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Here's Smith. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down, and he was able to get it by play. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now inside the 25.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run on first down.
Gary, and just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They'll keep it on the ground. Gary, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Up the middle they go. Gary, and not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Now it's Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that drive was going pretty darn well. 3 previous times, converted on 3rd down. But on that one, the defense rose up and said, enough of that.
And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Houston's offense taking over again. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And his throw here is going to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Here's 2nd and 7. Now Stroud.
His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
On first down, here's Stroud.
That's caught by Ware. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Stroud.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And they'll remain 2 scores back as this holds at a 9-point advantage. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Throwing is Smith.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Smith now to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Rams first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. On first down, Gary. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Gary, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Gary, and now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. On 2nd down, Gary. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. On 3rd down, Gary. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
So Stroud and the Texans down by 12. 1:46 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Here's Stroud. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
At the 25-yard line.
Now Stroud. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Stroud. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Here's 1st down. Stroud to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Stroud. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers.
And this is caught, so it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little, too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Now for the point after. And this is back to a 5-point game. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. That time, a 9-play drive. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, this was a good one. Excitement all the way to the end. You had the points, and then they were hoping for the miracle there on the onside kick. Couldn't get it recovered, and that was your ball game.
And I'm of the opinion that any time you actually do recover an onside kick, it almost is a miracle. It takes so many things going right to make it happen. It didn't in this case, and they walk off a victor.
So for the Rams, it's a win that might keep them alive in the playoff race as they're back to 500 at 5-5. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.